Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this because this muscle system is still in development, and the only reason I brought it into this rig was to just kind of test its limits and see how, it can be used for other purposes. But it's worth bringing up, so let's go ahead and unhide everything. You can see it's just this big mess of points right now. It's still in early development. But if we go ahead and pick one of these, you can see it's using a transform script on top of it. And all this is doing is measuring the difference in angle between this bone and this bone. And right now those are both cat bones, and I was worried about that working, but it seems to work good so far. Let me go ahead and start this walk cycle so you can see. I'm going to hide these as well. And I only did them on one leg so you could see the difference between the two. As the walk cycle starts, you'll notice this thigh on the left is very rigid, doesn't really have a lot of secondary movement to it. And as you look at this one, the effect is very subtle because his leg snaps during the walk cycle, but you can see there's a lot of like pushing and pulling and movement happening here that you don't get with just a solid rigid skinning to one bone. Pull those back up. You can see they're popping in and out, moving. That's because during the walk cycle his leg kind of snaps forward like that. Let's go ahead and stop that. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and play this at half speed so you can see this a little bit better. Let's hide that and just watch very closely. You kind of see those little push in, pop out, and that's kind of really all the muscle system does at its core, but there's a lot more that I'm currently trying to make it do. It was originally designed for things like biceps and triceps and things like that because I hated the way traditional standard skinning worked, and I wanted to add a lot more movement to limbs and things like that. And so far it's working out pretty good, but I'm not going to go too far into detail about it because I'm saving that for another video. But that's pretty much it as far as this guy goes. Let's bring the speed back up. Alright. I'm probably going to take off one of the sides and add like a gun or something, a bunch more mechanics. Maybe. And then eventually I'm going to put him in some kind of animation where he's devouring something, just to see if I can push it to his limits. But for now, I have been very pleased with the way this guy came out. Everything works really good. You can, rotate and move everything pretty effectively. Make him dance if you want. And that about wraps it up.